Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Campus Care Ed Talks. Ed Talks is a platform where educators and leaders come on board and express their viewpoints related to education and society. Our topic for the day is classroom management and its importance. And to express their viewpoints on the same, we have with us Miss Arpita Chakraborty, ma'am, Principal of Iker School of Faridabad. A very warm welcome, ma'am. Express their viewpoints related to
Thank
education.
you so much.
Our topic for the day is and then we have Miss Krishna Singh, ma'am, Principal of Delhi Public School, Ghaziabad. A very warm welcome, Krishna, ma'am, Principal of
Hello,
Iker
good
School
afternoon,
of
everybody.
Faridabad. A very warm welcome, ma'am. Express their viewpoints related to
Thank you
education.
so much.
Our topic for the day is and then we have Miss Krishna Singh, ma'am, would you please mute yourself? I can, hear myself. Krishna, ma'am. Thank you so much. And ma'am, if you have I guess there is some other device you are like watching YouTube on. If there is, you please do mute yourself, ma'am. Thank you. So Krishna ma'am and Arpita ma'am, very welcome to both of you. First of all, thank you so much for taking out your time for this webinar on classroom management and why is it important. So Arpita ma'am, starting with you, what is classroom management, ma'am? How would you explain this?
Well, classroom management, I would say, is the first and the most basic step in the teaching learning process. This is where the teacher creates the classroom as a learning environment so as to maximize what the child or what the students are going to, take back from the teaching process being carried out by the teacher. So it starts with something as simple as probably a decorum in the classroom so that every child is able to listen to what the teacher is presenting. It also includes a collaborative setup where the teachers and the children or the students together decide what is going to be the learning objectives, what is going to be the lesson that is going to be taught or the concept, and also how it is going to be taught to the children. And thirdly, I would understand this is also kind of includes a participation on the account of both the teacher as well as the students and the learners. So classroom management, I would say, is not just a one way flow of instructions or directions, but it is a two pronged approach which involves positive participation of both the learner as well as the teacher, the facilitator, together to make the classroom a place where the learning is imbibed by the students, whether it is within the four walls of the classroom or whether it involves additional aids or outside factors.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much, Arpita ma'am. Moving forward, ma'am, Krishna ma'am, would you like to add something to Arpita ma'am, and also why classroom management is an important skill according to you, ma'am?
Yeah, thank you so much for giving this wonderful opportunity. Classroom management is a process in which the teacher plans
Moving forward,
what is
ma'am,
to
Krishna
be
ma'am, would you like to add
transacted
something to
and how
Arpita
the
ma'am, and
teacher will
also
be able to
why
imbibe the
classroom
instructions and
management
able
is
to
an
get
important
involved in the
skill?
process of teaching and learning in the
Yeah, thank you
classrooms.
so much for giving this
It is
wonderful
very
opportunity.
important for a
Classroom
teacher to
management
plan
is a
the
process in
entire
which the teacher
chapter or
plans
the content,
what
how
is
the
to be
delivery of this
transacted and
content
how
has to
the
be
teacher
done in
will
the
be able
classrooms.
to imbibe the
The
instructions and
teaching
able to
system
get
in
involved
school
in
is
the
totally
process of
based
teaching and
on the
learning in the
relationship between
classroom. So
student and a
it is
student,
very
teaching teacher
important
and the
for a
student.
teacher to plan the entire
So when a teacher comes to the
chapter, the content,
classrooms, if the
how the
teacher has
delivery of
planned
this
what is to be
content
done,
has
what
to
is the
be done in
learning
the
outcome
classroom to imbibe the
that she
instruction.
is
The teaching system
expecting
in school is totally
after
based
completing
on
the
the
chapter,
relationship
after
between the
completing that
student and
particular,
a
so the teacher will not be able
student,
to face
between
any
the teacher and
problem
the
to
student.
focus on the strategies that
So
she
when a
has to
teacher
have it.
comes to the classrooms, if the
But before
teacher
having
has
this, she
planned
has to develop a
what is
connect,
to be done, what is the learning
because to
outcome
have positive
that she is
and
expecting, after completing the chapter,
attitude and
after completing
perception
that
for the
particular, so the teacher
classroom,
will not be able to
it's
face
very
any
important
problem
for a
to
teacher
focus on
to
the
have a
strategies
clarity
that
of
she has
content,
comes to the classrooms. But
right?
before
What she
having
has
this, she
to
has to develop a connect,
transact and how she will be
because
involving
to
students,
have
and the teacher
positive
acts like a
and
facilitator. The second one is, what is the clarity? What is the clarity of the task that she's going to put forward? And the second one is the conducive environment. It's very important to have this. Then only the learning outcome, because every chapter and every topic is bound to have learning outcome. It has a goal to achieve by the teacher as well as by the student. So it's very important because it does not waste time in the classroom. Because if there is a wastage of time, the time gets wasted, the teacher is not planned the content. She's a little confused, and it comes with experience. So experienced teacher or the passionate teacher is able to have classroom management techniques, so that focuses maximum learning, that learning that enhances not only acquiring a knowledge but also makes the human, that student, a good human being. What value this content has, how the child is able to use this knowledge for his lifelong process of learning, how he is going to use this knowledge in his or her entire life. That is the purpose of a classroom management. So it does not waste time, it involves students. Teacher acts like a facilitator in the classrooms to take up a topic in the classroom where she supports, and the learning environment is provided. So if she has planned it, otherwise the classroom is going to be, there will be a chaos in the classroom. The children are the best judge, because we are dealing with 21st century learners. So every topic, the teacher should have certain skills, confidence, and how to get connected to children. Because if we remember our school days, we used to like the subject where we excuse me, where we had developed a good connect with the teacher, because teacher gives excuse me, the subject where we
Ma'am, please drink some water.
yeah, I'll take it. Develop a good connect with the teacher. Teacher gives excuse me. Yeah. Voice is also echoing.
I guess, ma'am, have you played the YouTube video
Not,
somewhere
not,
in?
no, not with me. Check with your department or with you.
Arpita, ma'am, she's on mute, I guess.
Voice is
Okay, Arpita ma'am, while Krishna ma'am, she comes, could you, could you tell us, generally classroom management, it gets a little strict when it comes to, the whole planning and everything. So how do you make sure that the classroom management that you are planning is not too strict for the children, ma'am?
The basic of that is to first and foremost understand the significance of collaborative participation of both the teacher and the students. So when the teacher understands that classroom management is about delivering the learning objectives, classroom management is about effective delivery of the teaching. There it has to involve an active participation of student and teacher, because if I'm a teacher and I'm simply doing a lecture delivery and there is no participation of the students involved, there is no questions being asked, there are no doubts being resolved, there is no activities that are being done, then it may be a quiet classroom but it is not an effective classroom. So classroom management, when I talk about from the management perspective, it would actually mean making sure that the end product is delivered, and end product here would mean the learning objective is attained. And it cannot be strict or disciplined, but yes, it has to be orderly so that the basic decorum is maintained, hence allowing the students to participate. There is no chaos wherein everybody is doing every other task and nobody really knows what's happening in the classroom. But at the same time, there's a terminology which we teachers use, and that's called as a productive chaos. So if there are children who are raising their hands and they're asking their questions, if they're excited and they've done some demonstration and they want to come up to the teacher's desk and show what they have done or want to share something extra, maybe even share something which is beyond the realm of what is being taught in the classroom. So a child who's done an extra reading or has seen something wants to come up and share that extra information with everybody in the classroom. That is all a part of an effectively engaged classroom. So I would say the shift is in the mindset from what we would earlier have considered, a conventional kind of a classroom where a teacher comes, a teacher delivers the lecture or the topic, and the teacher leaves, and it's a very quiet, disciplined classroom. But an effectively managed classroom is one where a teacher comes, introduces the topic, is able to engage the students, has the attention span of the students, productively engage them, encourage their curiosity, their inquisitive, they're asking questions, they are interacting with the teacher, and at the end of the end of the session or the end of the class, there is a productive recap session that is happening where students are sharing their ideas, their thoughts, and are also asking questions in a way to prepare them for the next class, which would probably happen the next day or a few days later. So that would be an effectively managed classroom, which can never be, a strict totalitarian kind of a system.
Thank you so much, Arpita ma'am. Krishna ma'am, how are you now? How are you feeling now?
Better. Yeah, it's better.
So, ma'am, Arpita ma'am was just telling us about classroom management. How can we avoid, that classroom management to be so strict, ma'am? And she was just
Hmm,
mentioning the children and student involvement also. So, ma'am,
hmm.
next, lastly, ma'am, how important do you think is student involvement in the whole process of classroom management, ma'am?
It plays an important role for whom the teacher is teaching for the students. If the students are not involved, if they are not getting conducive and flexible environment where they can express and they can put up questions and they are able to learn by doing by the involvement in the classrooms, so I don't think so classroom management is going to be very effective. Today's time it's very important. I agree with Arpita ma'am that collaborative, which is an important skill and competency to have to excel in today's world, because we do not know what type of jobs will be available for students if we do not help our children to work independently and to provide conducive environment where they're able to speak and able to acquire a skill competency of communication and presentation or demonstration, so they will not be able to work effectively. We don't want students to be job seekers. We want children to create jobs for themselves as well as for others. So, to have this skill to look at the future perspective, it's very important for every school to look and to provide and to focus on classroom management. Then only the students will be able to enjoy. Otherwise, this will continue with rote memory. They will not be able to participate. They are not able to have experiential learning. So, where the children are supposed to experience what topic is being delivered in the classroom. So, a lot of preparation takes place, like in classroom management, which is the latest one, where the teacher poses a question or she gives a kind of pre-reading material that covers 50% comprehension of the topics, and the teacher plans activities like group work, jigsaw. A lot of strategies are there where the teachers are able to sit together and plan and have peer coaching to make the classroom environment better so that learning outcome will be achieved.
Absolutely, ma'am. Thank you so much, Krishna ma'am. Arpita ma'am, would you like to add something to Krishna ma'am?
No, I think Krishna ma'am has really, kind of encapsulated the whole idea beautifully. And like I also earlier said, and I'm sure everybody would agree at this stage that the classroom is truly successful when it is a productive collaboration between the students and the teachers. And, just adding on to what Krishna ji said, it's not just about the teacher being able to deliver our lessons well. Nowadays, we refer to the teacher as being a facilitator of the learning process. So the learning process would be more active and more engaged if there is an active participation of both the stakeholders, that is the learner and the facilitator. So it cannot be decided by just one party. It has to be something which takes care of the needs of all the students. It's something which is commonly designed by the students and the teachers. And in a way, if I'm a teacher in the classroom, it helps me better to deliver what I wanted to deliver if I know that all my children, all my students are actively engaged with what I'm doing in the classroom.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Krishna, ma'am, would you like to add something to the topic classroom management in general, ma'am?
Yeah, classroom management, because we are dealing with different types of learners, and it's very important to cater to the needs of these different type of learners, where we have to involve parents too. So because it's very important for the parents to understand that how does the school is taking the journey of academics for the students. So involvement of parent is as important, so that the parents are able to monitor their children at home, instead of dictating, instead of not supportive or sending them for tuitions and then coaching, because then the child gets into two different sales, not able to have proper study time. So because both the places have different agenda, and the children are going for tuitions right from prep or preschools to higher classes. So the connect between parent and the students get disturbed, because then the child is not able to speak to, and good educated parents are not able to take out time, because their responsibility becomes very easy the moment they see that the child is going to school and then going to tuition without even realizing what the child is learning. Does the learning happening? If it is not happening, then how they should get connected? On other sides, educated parents or all those who have seen the importance of education, so it's a vicious circle. So they know the importance, so it's very important, which is a part of their academics, that at home also very conducive environment is to be provided, where the child is able to get some space and able to speak and able to put up. So because as per this Benjamin Bloom, affective domain is the most important area. How does a child learn? So the connect, not only with the teacher, even with the parent, is also promoting and boosting the confidence of the child, and the child is able to express and able to articulate the thoughts that the child has to put up in the classroom. So in there should be the same agenda at home also, and there should be good collaboration with parents and teachers too. So this is what I would like to see. Then when both the places have common outcome, so both the places will be able to support the child to acquire or to achieve this learning outcome. It's not that the child is provided conducive environment in the school and then sitting in collaborative group and then talking, unless and until the child goes home and sits for self study, the learning will not happen. So classroom management and then home environment management is also focusing on the learning of the students. Thank you.
Absolutely, ma'am. Thank you so much. Classroom management and home environment, they both, plays an important role when it comes to the learning process. Thank you so much, Krishna ma'am and Arpita ma'am, for being here today and imparting your knowledge on classroom management and why is it important.
Thank you. Thank you so much for making us a part of this initiative. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. And for all the viewers watching us out, do not forget to subscribe to our channel for more stuff like this. Thank you, ma'am. Have a great day.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.